The receptionist didn't even look up. "I'm sorry, sir. No insurance. No payment. No admission." The little girl coughed violently in her father's arms. Her tiny fingers clung to his shirt. "Daddy. It hurts." The single father begged. "Please. She's only 9. I'll pay every cent. Just save my daughter." The answer never changed. "I'm sorry. Hospital policy." A security guard slowly stepped closer. Not to help. To escort them out. No one in the emergency room knew. Within 12 hours. That desperate father would own the entire hospital. And every person responsible for turning away a sick child would lose their job. Before we begin, if you believe compassion should never depend on someone's bank account, please like this video, subscribe to Kindness Tales, and become part of the Kindness Legacy, where ordinary acts of courage change extraordinary lives. His name was Daniel Carter. 38 years old. A widower. A single father. His daughter, Lily, was the only family he had left. 3 years earlier, Daniel had lost his wife to cancer. Since then, every morning began with making Lily breakfast. Every evening ended with bedtime stories. She wasn't just his daughter. She was his entire world. That rainy Tuesday evening, Lily suddenly collapsed with a high fever and severe chest pain. Daniel rushed her to Riverside Medical Center. Doctors immediately suspected a rare bacterial infection. Every minute mattered. But before treatment could begin, the billing department stopped everything. A clerk quietly informed Daniel that his insurance had expired 2 weeks earlier because he had recently changed jobs. The estimated emergency deposit was $50,000. Daniel stared in disbelief. "I don't have that today. But I will. My daughter doesn't have time." The administrator shook her head. "Hospital policy." A senior board member happened to walk through the lobby. Daniel desperately approached him. "Please. My daughter is dying." The executive barely slowed his pace. "We can't make emotional exceptions. If we do it once, we'll do it forever." Then he walked away. Lily whispered, "Daddy. Let's go home." Daniel smiled through tears. "No, sweetheart. I'm not giving up." He carried her back to his old pickup truck. Instead of driving home, he made one phone call. A call he had hoped never to make. The person who answered said only one sentence. "So. It's finally time." Very few people knew Daniel's past. 15 years earlier, he had co-founded one of the largest healthcare technology companies in America. When his wife became ill, he sold his shares to spend every possible moment beside her. Everyone believed he had walked away from business forever. What nobody knew was that he had quietly invested nearly everything into medical innovation over the past decade. Those investments had multiplied beyond imagination. Daniel wasn't just wealthy. He was one of the country's richest private investors. He simply never lived like one. Within hours, lawyers, financial advisors, investment bankers, emergency acquisition specialists. Phones rang across the city. By sunrise, Daniel had legally purchased the controlling interest in Riverside Medical Center's parent corporation. At 8 o'clock sharp, the board gathered for what they believed was a routine meeting. The chairman smiled. "Our new majority owner has requested a brief introduction." The conference room doors opened. Daniel walked inside. Still wearing the same wrinkled clothes from the emergency room. The same tired eyes. The same determination. Every face turned pale. The executive who had ignored him recognized him instantly. Daniel quietly placed Lily's hospital bracelet on the table. Do you remember this? No one answered. He continued. Last night. You told me policies mattered more than a little girl's life. The room remained silent. Daniel looked at each board member. I didn't buy this hospital for revenge. I bought it because no parent should ever hear those words again. He slid several folders across the table. Your employment ends today. Every board member involved in denying emergency care was dismissed immediately. Then Daniel announced something unexpected. No child facing a life-threatening emergency will ever again be denied treatment here because of money. I'll personally fund the Emergency Compassion Program. There will be no forms. No deposits. No delays. If a doctor says treatment can't wait, treatment begins. The room erupted into applause. Doctors stood. Nurses wiped away tears. Many had wanted this change for years. Now, someone had finally made it possible. Lily received immediate treatment. After several difficult days, she recovered completely. Months later, the hospital became known across the country. Not for luxury. Not for profits. But for saving lives first and discussing payments later. At the dedication ceremony for the new Lily Carter Children's Emergency Wing, Daniel stood beside his daughter. A reporter asked, "What inspired all of this?" Daniel smiled at Lily. "The night they told me my daughter had to wait. I promised myself, if I could change one hospital, maybe another father would never have to beg the way I did." Lily squeezed his hand. "Daddy. Mom would be proud." Daniel looked toward the sky. "I hope so. Sometimes. The greatest act of kindness isn't giving money. It's changing a system so kindness is no longer optional." If this story touched your heart, leave a comment, share it with someone who believes every child deserves a chance to live, and subscribe to Kindness Tales to become part of the kindness legacy, where compassion changes lives forever.